Welcome to Spintown, Spintown, creepers in the blue and gold. Spintown, Spintown, the Grim Reaper's gonna get your soul. In the cobble pit you get your soul, don't even try resisting in Spintown. Spintown!
Welcome to Spintown, everyone. I didn't have a Minecraft video ready for today, so I thought it was a good opportunity to chat with you all about some drama within the Minecraft community. At this point, I'm assuming everyone who plays on some of the more well-known servers has heard about the server Blacklist, but for the people who watch my videos who don't play on those big servers, I'll give a little bit of backstory, and then I'll explain what's currently going on. I'll also include some of my own opinions on the various issues, just so this video isn't exactly like the dozens of other videos going up this week about the Blacklist. Okay, backstory first, and just in case you want to look at some of the sources I'm using, I'll leave links in the description to most of the things I reference. Back in mid-2014, Mojang made a post outlining things that server owners could and could not do in terms of monetization. 4 days later, they made a second post answering some of the common questions and concerns from the community. Now, there were other things covered in these posts, but the big issue was Mojang didn't want Minecraft servers to be pay to win. So they were announcing their intent to stop servers from having kits and ranks that gave them in-game advantages. For instance, Minecade selling pro ranks would be an example of something that breaks the EULA, because at the time, pro ranks gave you special items and huge advantages in PvP games like the walls. Items gained in kits or ranks had to be strictly cosmetic from here on out, or given to everyone across the board. So giving one player in a walls match ender pearls would be breaking the EULA, but giving them a fancy hat that serves no real function other than looking pretty, that's fine. To most people, this sounds great. To most server owners and others who rely on mega servers for a paycheck, this sounds horrible, and I understand why most owners would be against these changes. Some servers make a lot of money, but it also costs a lot of money to run big servers. Some claim to spend more than $10,000 monthly on server cost, advertising, and staff. I honestly believe some owners do spend that much. Well, for a long time, nothing really came from those Mojang blog posts. Very few server owners changed anything and just went about as they always had. Many of them selling kits that cost over $100 for things that clearly fall under the pay-to-win category, and all the while the public hearing nothing from Mojang about the issue. Until a few days ago, when some lines of code were discovered. It didn't take long for multiple people to start breaking that code and release a shockwave throughout the Minecraft community. Each line of code represented one server, and the news blindsided almost everyone. As of filming this, not every server had been identified, but in total 31 servers were going to be blacklisted when Minecraft updated to 1.9.3. Of these servers, there were some very popular ones listed, including Brawl.com, which is one I really like to play on, the Archon, which is the one associated with the Camping Rusher, someone I made videos with in the past here, Got PvP, that's one I don't really play on, but as of writing this script it has 1,000 people online, so even though not all have been identified yet, we know it's going to affect a lot of people. So what does this change for you right now as a player? Well, probably nothing for a while, because the blacklist is only going to affect servers that update to 1.9.3 and beyond, and we're all still playing on 1.9.2. So for a while you won't notice much aside from a few server owners scrambling to make their servers comply with the EULA. But surprisingly, a lot if not most of the bigger server owners seem to be taking a stand. At the moment their plan is to stay at 1.9.2 even after Minecraft updates to 1.9.3. They're hoping to gain enough support from the community and make enough noise to get Mojang to back down or get Microsoft to step in since they own Mojang. There's really no way of telling how this is going to play out yet, but it does look like Mojang is digging in and not backing down. And if that's the case, these bigger servers can survive on 1.9.2 for a good while, but eventually players will move on to other things. Servers are often slow at updating due to all the work needed to be done to make their mods compatible with each new version of the game, but they all update eventually for a reason. Players want to play with the new features that Mojang adds to the game, and will get tired of switching to old versions of Minecraft just to play on servers that will continue to feel more and more dated. So when that starts to happen, these servers will lose players, not have the same amount of money coming in, and will be forced to change. Now that change could mean closing, or trimming the fat and complying with the EULA. Just because servers comply with the EULA, it doesn't mean they'll be able to make enough money to support themselves the way they used to. It's not impossible to make a successful server that's not pay to win, but it's definitely a lot harder. The Overcast network was never pay to win, and at its peak you could find a couple thousand people online there. There are other servers currently complying with the EULA that are doing okay, like Hypixel and Mineplex. Realistically, I do think a lot of these servers are going to fail though. People like me just don't give a shit about cosmetic items, so you're never going to see me buy a kit for cosmetics. I think some servers will manage to evolve and make enough money to stick around, but I do think there will be a lot less innovation within the custom servers and games. I just don't think they'll have the extra cash to throw into making new games and maps. We've obviously reached the part of the video where my opinion is coming into play. I don't have a crystal ball, and I'm just taking my best guess as to the final outcome. Mojang might get annoyed with all the server owners not updating to 1.9.3 and backport the Blacklist to all versions of Minecraft. We're just going to have to wait it out and see. In 2014, when this was all still very new to the community, I was one of the people against Mojang cracking down on all these servers. Technically, I'm still against it, I guess, but I'm kind of in the mindset that if you're going to do this, don't just give me lip service and actually enforce it across the board. I do think that overall it's a bad move, but I respect Mojang's right to make it. I also really kind of hate it when companies half-ass stuff like this, so go all in, and I hope I was wrong about this being a bad move. Now, a message to the server owners complaining that they didn't have notice or that communication was poor on Mojang's part. Please shut up. Mojang made its intent very clear back in 2014, and it's now 2016. Since the list came out, it's also came out that the servers on this list got multiple notifications over the past 2 months from Mojang. These messages included the issues they found with their server, suggestions on how to fix them, a 7-day deadline to say you plan to comply, and a threat of legal action if they didn't comply. That's some pretty damn clear communication in my opinion. Now, just because Mojang didn't respond to your emails or maybe they didn't want to find a middle ground with you, it doesn't mean they were poor communicators. They communicated just fine, you just decided to ignore them, so they surprised you with this blacklist. Boo-hoo. As I said, I think it's a bad move by Mojang, because I think these servers are good for Minecraft and Mojang in general, but damn, you don't have a leg to stand on when you decide to ignore multiple warnings while making bank doing something you shouldn't be doing in the first place. They even gave people like 20 months to get their shit in order. Consider yourself lucky you're dealing with Mojang and not a company like Nintendo. That's pretty much it for my opinion on the matter. I'm kind of hoping this will help the Overcast network in the end, as they've never been paid to win. Before I end today's video though, I would like to say that after reading multiple opinions and watching multiple videos on this issue, that the owner of Got PvP comes off like a tool. I watched the interview he did on Drama Alert, and he really brought the drama. I know it's a really big deal for him and other owners, but he made it sound like the end of Minecraft was coming. He also said that Mojang is a very small company. They really don't know what they're doing, to be honest. First off, you've been making money off a product in a way you currently don't have the right to make money off of it, and you've been doing it primarily by putting your hand into the piggy bank of little kids. Why don't you go have a 50% off sale and squeeze as much money as you can from these kiddies before you have nothing left to offer them other than your delusional prognostications about the end of their favorite Minecraft servers? Spinkour ain't going anywhere. Oh, and who goes into a store to donate money? You go into a store to buy shit. If anyone wants to report servers that are breaking the EULA, there's a link in the description that allows you to do that. That's it for today's video. If you didn't get enough Spintown for today, you can click on the top thumbnail to watch my most recent music video, or the bottom thumbnail to watch a throwback video where I list the top 10 reasons why MC The Walls died. See you next Monday.